3, 2, 1. Hey, my name is Beezy.
You do this on purpose.
On purpose. I'm Adrian.
I'm Danae.
And this is But
Actually,
Decent.
the
The
podcast.
podcast.
The podcast.
Maybe we should get
The
like an intro, like a song.
Podcast.
An intro song.
Yeah, maybe I could.
This
maybe I
is
could be
But
like,
actually Decent the podcast. Yeah.
Hate it. Hate it.
No, okay, all right.
No.
Bring the funky fresh.
Very bad. No.
I feel like my virtual reality living room don't show how I be really, because I really be like
He be hitting
91.
it.
I be 91.
He be
I
hitting
definitely be 91. For
What
sure.
is the name of that dance? Does anybody
91.
know?
No, you just do
No?
it.
You just do
Pancake.
it. Yeah.
You just it on mine?
Yeah.
No.
It really reminds me of Sister Act 2, how they was rapping.
Yeah, that's
I
how I
got
was
the
about
flow. You got to go. Yeah.
Y'all gotta go.
Ho, ho.
Ho ho.
How, thank you. Thank you. Love that movie. Hey guys,
Great
everybody,
movie.
welcome back to your favorite cousins podcast, But Actually Decent. How y'all
Yeah.
feeling, Nay and Adrian? And make sure y'all subscribe and like and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, subscribe and
Hot
like.
and Color Network on the YouTube.
And
Facebook
Facebook
lady
is
done
just,
said it. Listen
but
to
actually decent, right?
Oh,
Say it
I
again?
don't.
What was Facebook is but actually decent. We should probably
correct.
Okay, I thought so. Okay. So yeah,
Correct.
Facebook but actually decent. YouTube Pot and Color.
Yep.
Yes. Danae, Miss Birthday, how are you this evening?
Yeah,
Miss
23.
23
Oh wow, now
again.
she's 23. I just can't keep up. I just can't keep up.
Ah, I am
Can't
good
keep up with a lie.
today. I did. Thank you, everybody, for your birthday wishes. It was a lovely, restful birthday, just the way I designed it to be. Did take a nap. My morning was horizontal because I was at the spa, getting a massage and getting in some nice jacuzzi tubs of different variations. I went to Air Ancient Baths. Underground might be a sex club at night, but you
Might
know,
be.
you ain't heard that from me.
Might be. Did you say you booked the look? Did you say you booked a 9 o'clock appointment?
AM
Yeah.
or PM? All right.
Well, that's the thing. I booked the AM. I thought I booked the AM, but I booked the PM, and I'm like, wait, this open for a 9 p.m.
And
that's-
it's a front.
That helped me conclude something funny is going on there.
That's the music they be having. Like, do you like my bod?
Right. Naked.
You just gotta like dance.
We all thought it was just a commercial for like cologne and stuff. No, that's a real song.
Yeah,
Diddy party.
probably.
Yikes.
Diddy party. But yeah, I had a nice dinner. I had a lot of days off. I was off from Saturday through Thursday. So did a lot around my house, some cleaning. I really wish I would have gotten in my closet and turned it over. Y'all be turning y'all closets over?
No.
I used to.
Yeah.
A little different closet, but
yeah.
I usually I'm one of those. And I like to write a note to myself too for like how I'm feeling in that season. So then when it comes around to change it back over, then you kind of have that little reminder and they kind of see how far you came.
Dang, that's rough.
All right,
I be
I
wearing
am.
shorts in the winter at the crib. So
So you can implement that when you change the closet over.
Okay. Yeah. Ain't no telling what I find next year at this time. But anywho, yeah, and then went to brunch with some friends yesterday. And that was cool. But overall, just a good old wholesome 37th birthday. I'm grateful.
Nice.
whoop.
Happy 37th again.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy
Nah, nah.
37th. Yeah.
Yeah.
37 years old.
Yeah, it's been a thing because I'm on my way out. I'm headed to 38. So
Jeez Louise.
you
Dang,
Ain't
I
nobody
forgot
told
it's
me
Oc-
nothing.
It's October, so December. Wow, that's
Man,
wild.
it'll be here. It will
That's
be here.
crazy.
But Adrian, how was your weekend?
yes. My weekend was well. I I told y'all I started a new job, and so on Friday or Thursday night, I just want to share this. This was funny. They sent the text and was like, "Tomorrow, bring some pants and shoes and a hoodie that you don't mind getting dirty." So I'm like, okay. I didn't even respond to the group message. I was just like, I'll just do it or whatever. So I got to work, and so then they talk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so we're going horseback riding at noon." I'm sorry, what?
Have you ever been
So
horseback riding before? Before that,
I feel like I did it before as a kid, like when they had like the
younger.
pony at the carnival kind of thing. But like
Mhm.
as an adult, absolutely not. I was supposed to did
Mm.
it, but it was just a change of plans. And when I was in Jamaica before, but we did that. We rode horses on Friday and Saturday. I did the usual. Went to the barbershop, hung out with my grandma, and then Sunday I went to brunch and I took a nap. And a
Naps
nap
don't
ain't
hurt
never hurt
nobody.
nobody. I
They
was
don't
like,
hurt nobody.
we were brunching and all that stuff, and I was like, I think I'm tired. And I realized that I don't really give myself enough rest. I don't. And that's something I want to work on, or I'm trying to work on, but I just feel like I need to be in everything and do everything. But rest is a thing that I want to do better with. So this weekend was not a lot of rest, but I was still doing some fun stuff. So all in all, it was good. Nothing I will complain about. It was nothing I did that was like grudgingly or nothing like that. Like everything was cool and fun. And so all in all, weekend was good. Today's been cool. So I'm but actually decent.
But actually decent.
So lame.
Dang, I really worked hard on that. It was like off the dome. It was
But
off the
I'm
dome. But that's
actually
me.
decent.
B, how are you? What's
B.
going on in your world?
My weekend was good. I was taking a lot of pictures this weekend. I took some pictures of a grand opening, which is really cool. That was on Saturday. Then Sunday, when we were at church, my homie, shout out to Wesby. He's a photographer, a phenomenal photographer. And he has two cameras. So one of them he was taking video of, and then the other one, I was like, "Hey, bro, let me take some quick shots real quick." And I fell in love with the camera because this is the camera that I actually want. And so
How much
it's
is
just
it? $37,000.
it's $36,000, but then you get a
Okay.
rebate. You get a mail-in rebate. No, this one it came out. It's only a year old, and at the time of it coming out a year ago was about 1,500, but I found it for about 1,100
Okay.
used, which is very very prevalent in the camera community. People be buying used cameras because they be
Yeah.
expensive. Okay,
Yeah.
and
I imagine.
so yeah, and
Hmm.
here's the crazy part for the people that don't know about photography. His lens costs more than the body of the camera. Lens about $1,500 on sale.
Mm. Mm.
So photography is expensive.
Can I ask? I'm sorry, because number one, we're gonna plug because if y'all need some pictures taken in
Mhm.
addition to
Mhm.
DVDs, B is your man.
Great work.
He does
Quality
amazing work. Grandma
work.
is still trying to tip him, and
It's been
he
like
does.
7 weeks
About
now.
that, she called herself sending me a cash app to send to you, and it didn't quite
He's
get.
so cute.
Dog, that's funny. That is
That is
funny.
Yeah,
so
but
funny. But
it's
yes,
it's
that goes to
coming.
show the quality of his work. So if y'all are looking, if you're listening, you need somebody to take some pictures, holiday pictures, DVDs, all that stuff. Get at them.
Oh yeah, I took
But
family pictures on Friday, on Sunday. Very beautiful family. It was 7 of them, 5
Mm.
kids, a couple, beautiful family. So yeah, that was really fun. That was really really fun. But what was the question that you were going to ask?
my question, with as far as like the camera with the lenses, so like when you buy it, I know you said the one lens that the guy had was like super expensive, but when you buy a camera, the lens that come with, is that just like the dummy lens, don't nobody use it, you have to buy a new lens? Or
So when you start getting into like more expensive cameras, they have like body only. So that's just the body of the camera, and then and then sometimes they'll have depending on the camera, they have a kit lens. So a kit lens is really not that great. Because
like a
they
kitten heel?
no KIT, not a kid. Not in the kitten lens, fool. No, it's a kid lens. So kid lens don't be that great, but sometimes it come with it, whatever.
But what I'm
So-
confused about, the camera got a lens on it.
no,
You could take a picture just with the camera. No, not
no,
until
you
you
can't.
buy the separate lens.
Correct. Yeah.
Mm.
And then a good saying that I heard is date your cameras, marry your lenses. So now you have like Canon, you have Sony, you have Nikon, you have Fujifilm. But I have a Canon camera. So if I'm gonna stick with Canon, then I'm gonna buy Canon lenses. So my next camera is gonna be a Canon. So I could use that lens with it.
Okay.
And so
And
it's like a universal lens size.
kind of, because then within
Okay.
Canon
Oh
is
no. Okay. No.
One fish, two fish,
Right.
red fish, blue fish.
right. That's how I felt when I said, well, kind of my sister.
Elijah Muhammad Ali.
Right.
But for the most part, once you get it, it's called a full frame camera. That's the biggest. That's not the biggest, but that's a nice side. That's like that's a standard. And so they got RF lenses. So yeah, and those lenses, I was just telling my mom today, and she was like, "Now, Brian, how much these lenses?" I said, like a decent one, like a decent one, a good one, like a really good one, it's gonna cost you about $1,500. A great one, $3,500, $4,000 for the lens. But the thing is, they last you. Like I know people that they're using lenses from 87, 88.
Better be.
You better use it to 6,000 and like.
And listen, back then they were a lot of money. Back then they were a lot. Like film is expensive. Like photography is just expensive. It just is expensive. So
yeah, so it makes sense why people should charge what they're worth. You too should charge what they're worth because it's so much that you put into it. So,
and it's so funny because before when we were planning our vow renewal, I hadn't even touched the camera really. I was doing kind of like videos and stuff for different people, but not photography. So I reached out to a photographer. He said, now this was like 3 days before. And he was like, yeah, for the whole day, it's gonna be like $1,500. I said, nigga, you crazy? But then once I started understanding, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. I get it. For that was like, you know what I'm saying, like a wedding, like a vow renewal, reception, and stuff like that. Especially you need them for the whole day. Yeah, that's about the standard. Yeah. $2,000, and that's on the low end. Like, we all know it's a spectrum. People go up to $10,000 for video packages and photography packages, so they be spending that bread, so
I see.
I'm here
thank you for coming to my TED Talk, my crash course in camera.
I love it.
Yeah.
What y'all mad about?
Our first segment. Oh yeah. Okay, you want me to go?
I think I should go first, and then that'll lead into yours.
Because I'm mad about that. Okay, but go ahead.
Adrian, why you looking crazy? You know what?
I just want to know what y'all niggas mad about. I'm just listening.
And I'm going to be elusive. Bad service at restaurants, like rushing you at a restaurant. I just came up with you make a reservation and you're granted that reservation, right? And then I know we got into times where it's like time limits. With that,
especially COVID,
don't come cleaning up around me.
Yeah,
like don't come unless you. Where do we go that one time, Adrian, where they had the little thing to scoop the crumbs off?
Oh,
that's fine.
Oh, what was the name?
Del Frisco's.
Del Frisco.
They did the same thing as yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the little crumb scooper. Fine, that's part of the service. But you coming to bust down my dishes in an effort to like let me know that like this portion of your reservation is coming to an end. I don't like that. Like I don't like that because I also know that when I'm out with friends or when I'm out, like one thing about Black women is they gonna spend money like drug dealers at a dinner table. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we are here to pay. We're here to socialize. I don't want to be told get on up, and then like this didn't happen, but like I don't want to see the next people to sit here.
Yeah.
Because that's weird. Because now I'm walking out, y'all looking at me like, keep them over
We
there.
could have been sitting down if your ass was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it leads to awkwardness. Like,
Yeah.
and all because you want to put a rush on. Because I feel like if you're putting a rush on a reservation, you're putting a rush on the service, you're putting a rush on how many cocktails I can have. Like, it is just not comfortable for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happened in this case, what I know. And did you walk back past there, Adrian? Anywho, it turns into a different kind of brunch after a certain hour. Very, very
why you going to all these dual places? What's going on with you, man?
Exactly. And I think that's what my problem is. Like, I just need somewhere I can sit down. Well, a friend of ours walked back past and she said they was doing a juke slide.
Whoa.
Yeah. Right. She thought about going back in, but they was doing a juke slide. So I maybe like, let's get the old lady gang +1 out.
OLG.
And get the hip hoppers in.
We could have
but
I could never wife her. I bet you they played that.
They would have been like, get that shit and get out.
I'm sure. But like, I don't this ain't COVID no more. Spread y'all stuff out. Spread, because people will have a more enjoyable experience and be willing to spend more money. Don't give me 90 minutes. That ain't enough, especially if you ain't bringing stuff at a timely fashion. I'm supposed to eat, digest, enjoy. No.
Do you have a God is Dope shirt on?
I do.
You know what? I saw an interview with him and he was basically talking about, business, right? And so somebody was like, how do you make money selling t-shirts? And he said, for like the first 3 years, give all your t-shirts away. And that kind of reminded me of what you were saying about you say if it could be more enjoyable if they just spread out the tape, like don't have so many people in here, but so many people are focused on getting the money. And God is Dope dude, he was like, so many people are focused on selling $50 shirts so he can make 25. You know what I'm saying? Or $35, and so that kind of sparked that.
Yeah, that does make sense. But like,
they're trying to get that money though. Yeah,
quantity of guests does not necessarily equal a quality experience. Man, don't do that.
Yeah, I would say being a business owner though, I've learned so much from just watching other people do it wrong so many times. They are not. And you know what? I actually kind of thought of this quote, but it's basically like professionalism is rooted in like empathy or like thoughtfulness and compassion. Like if somebody is professional with you, they're closing the loop. They're not leaving you like high and dry. But in the sense of a restaurant, you just feel like you want to come back. You probably don't. You don't want to come back.
You want to tell somebody about this.
You want to tell. That's
like, man, but if it's now, I don't want to put my name on this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I'm mad about it. Fix it. Now.
Fix it right now. Yeah. I don't have a busy offers wisdom, but I do have a what y'all mad at. I went to a restaurant.
Let's keep their names out.
Because I ain't trying to bring my people down. You know what I'm saying?
Me either, in more ways than one.
But that's kind of like, that's just us as Black people. Because it's like, damn, like I ain't trying to, y'all gotta fix it, but I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to bring y'all down. Yeah, but I just feel like this place just needs to work on their pizza because I got turkey sausage and it was just a big old deep dish of sausage. The crust was like this. Can y'all see? It's like this, like this. It was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was like, bruh, like, and
And a
I
bed of
was,
sausage.
yeah. I didn't even. I'm like, does this have cheese on it? I don't know.
Right.
I can't
Maybe
tell.
the sausage was supposed to be the crust.
It was a sausage
Whoa,
crust.
that is
Crazy.
deep.
Sausage crust is crazy.
Crust.
And I don't want to be this guy. But then I sat down, I said, whoa, brother. I said, wow, it's kind of high in here, huh? It's a little high.
Yeah.
And then I text you, I was like, is it me or
No, you
dog.
did.
I
No.
gotta tell this story.
But that's one of those places though where you get a burger and you got to pay for every single side.
You said
know what
tomato,
I'm
how
saying?
much? Wait a minute.
Right. Like they make you pay for every a la carte poppy seed that you want. You want
Right.
poppy
You had
seeds?
7,000 poppy seeds, my brother. That's 7 cents a
Right.
poppy seed. So I told my dad, my parents, when it comes to the city, is so funny, right? So I told my dad, I said, hey, look, I was
You were
on
with your parents?
no. I told him
Oh, I
after
was
the
about
fact.
to say, I need the full detail.
No. I told them after the fact because
Oh,
I had been wanting to try this because I seen it on TikTok and everything like that. And so I told him, I was like, yeah, I was on 29th and then my dad was like, whoa, you was where? He said, wait a minute. He said, what? Wait, and you paid how much on what? He said, B, nah, we ain't doing that, B. We ain't doing that.
But that's because
I
they
can
be
literally
locked
hear your
into
niggas
what that space was at that time.
Mm.
Or no,
Exactly.
was he saying like, "Oh, that's too rich for my blood," or was he saying
That
like,
that
"I know what
and
that
where
used
it
to
was.
be"?
Yeah. Because I was like, my bill was about $70 by myself.
That
And he said, you
don't
did what? And I was like, yeah. So I had heard about the appetizers, which they have like a wing flight. He said, a wing, what? I was like, they got barbecue and so you get 6 wings. He said, okay, all right. The barbecue was good. I said, yeah, it was good. And then he was like, okay, so how much was that? That was probably what, $10, something like that. I was like, it was $17. He said, B, B.
I
$17.
can visualize this conversation.
That's it. That's all that's playing in my head.
He said for 6 wings. Oh no, B. We ain't going to that place.
We ain't going there.
Oh, you was in the group chat. You was in the daddy group chat because they was like, do you
But he
know
also
this
probably
brother?
proud. Can I tell y'all my son paid
My son
$17
paid
for
$20
$6
for some
wings?
chicken.
Man, probably
Nigga, we
yeah.
made it.
Yeah, nigga, we made it. Yeah. So that place was
Yeah.
yeah.
And just a sausage pizza. Because the deep dish, that's what they do at like Lou's and stuff like that. Like I feel like they
That's what it
spread the
reminded me of.
sausage,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be thick.
No.
Like
It was a thin deep dish. I never even had that before. I didn't even know that was possible.
oxymoron.
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
be.
was thin,
Wow.
thick, deep. Whatever. Anyway,
Slim thick, okay.
slim thick.
Them slick.
Oh, cue that. Yeah,
Like them slick.
might get you a new bag. Yeah.
Big piece is hilarious.
Slim thick piece is crazy.
That is hilarious.
That's the name of
And
that
I
I was
didn't-
gonna
and
say
I
that should be the name of
Slim thick pizza.
Wait, and I didn't even get none to drink. I didn't even get a cocktail. I didn't even
And
get a
you
drink.
pay $70. I'm with your daddy.
I was about to say I'm with your daddy. You need your ass. whooped.
I was too scared to get the drinks. It was like $30 for a Long Island.
And I
Bruh.
went there. I've been there multiple times, and they took forever to bring me my drink. I'm like, y'all charging us up in here, and y'all not timely.
Man, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm
I
saying.
feel like we need to do an episode on black businesses.
We do. We should.
That's
should.
it's coming.
That's
up.
perfect. I love that. I can't
Uh-huh.
wait for that. I can't wait for that. But yeah, black businesses. Come on, man. We got to do better. And I feel like a lot of black people are understanding.
They get it.
We're
We're very smart. We're very capable, but we still Like there are some I don't care who you are. You are going to keep some elements of blackness struggle, might I
Yeah.
say. It's just I don't know. And I feel like we just be like the one place that Adrian we went to, y'all got some big shrimp up in here, but like we had plenty of notes to just kind of say, hey, if you tighten up on this, like
Yeah.
if it's a group that's an odd number,
Mm-hmm.
y'all should have a area to sit them, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
whatever. Sorry, I'm getting into the next. I'm
You get into the
ready.
next
We
That's
can
episode.
this
do it right
episode. This
now.
episode is
Okay,
talking
no,
about black
I
business.
got my talking points. Hold on, hold on.
right. No, I'm
I got
kidding.
my
Go
talking.
ahead.
Adrian, it's on you. You got something you want to tell the people?
Yes, something I want to tell, and I'm sharing this because this is something that I also apply to my life. I don't ever want to come off as if I got it all figured out because I do not. But I'm learning and I'm happy about my growth. So being in inventory control for many, many moons, we learned about something called the root cause analysis. And so what happens is with that is like, let's say I'm restocking a location and we're having issues with getting the product or whatever the thing is, or I'm not stocking fast enough, or whatever the reason is, like whatever the problem is, it's like getting to the root of it. And so I allow myself to do that. And like today, my niece she's one of those 6-year-olds that know how to play the game. So I was helping her with her homework and I was like, so okay, so if I say a capital something, she'll say, "Oh, like uppercase," and then I say, "Yeah." She'll say, "Oh, because I don't know what capital means," and I just want to like. But then I realized, so if I'm getting to the
She
root of
flexing
it,
on you.
she
She
is,
flexing on
and that's the thing, and she be, oh
you.
no, that because car is spelled with a K, and it took everything out of me to not be like, but I was like, no, lovely, but then I realized with the root cause analysis, then you got to consider. She went to school, what did she eat after school? What did she do? Like it's so many different factors as to why she's getting frustrated with her work. And so then I said, I tell her to like take a couple deep breaths and stuff, but like getting to the root of it. So I told her, tomorrow we're gonna do blah blah blah, because I do want to work with her on that, but like getting to the root of it, not just so much the issue, but why are we having this problem? Why is the restaurant, why was the pizza slim thick? Like why? What? Because I can guarantee you, working in inventory, some went wrong. Somebody didn't order something. Something
Somebody
wasn't
getting
there.
fired.
There's a root cause.
They
to
was
this. So
overcompensating.
huh?
They
Somebody
was
got to know something.
overcompensating.
They thought so that we're gonna give them some extra sausage, and it's just like,
Right.
that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what if we just try getting to the root of situations, like the things that we can, because life happens fast. And if you can like grasp a moment and just say, okay, wait, so this is that. So root cause analysis, that's our wellness tip from me that we're all going to implement. Just getting to the root of it, and not that the problem isn't a problem, but why is it happening? And why is it continuing to happen? So root cause analysis, people, root cause analysis.
Yeah, that's good.
Love it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, cool. So today we're going to get into our topic. We're going to get into the meat of the episode, like the meat that was on the pizza.
Slim thick with your cute ass.
And
We so
and
lame.
That is
so
funny to me,
lame.
though.
I love it though. It's great.
Right. It's real.
And we're gonna talk about winning. Winners win. Winners be winning. And what kind of prompted this? So for the people that don't know, we all kind of rotate topics, and I always be want to talk about, not always, but I be want to talk about like things to encourage us in the future and how we can like hold on to things that we may not have right now, but we can grasp it in our everyday. And then our future is that much brighter if you know about these things,
Not at work.
So, okay, cool. So we're gonna talk about like winning in different aspects. So, what do you guys think? What is your definition of like winning? Like in life, what do you think that looks like for you guys?
Um,
And it could be a myriad of things.
I think that winning in life is like hitting the major pillars, right? So
Mm-hmm.
family, in whatever form that is, your
Mm-hmm.
family's healthy, your family is thriving, your family is, upright. Finances, you are not in the red like
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But also like financial freedom is like being able to kind of move at your own time, your own pace, whatever. Um, I think that just your overall wellness, like your spirituality, your physical health, like you are taken care of on all cylinders there. Um, I think winning, because like when I think of winning, I think of like a point system, right? So like
Mm.
scoring more points than the others.
Did you used to play
Um,
sports? Okay, never mind.
haha, funny. So I think that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to
No.
have all of the boxes checked to be considered winning. Um, but you gotta be doing more than 51%,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
those things need to be, because that just is how I see somebody winning. Like they're all of their spheres are turning at the same pace.
Mm. Like like gears.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
said spheres,
Gears
but
working together.
gears,
No, no,
yeah.
no. Yeah. No, no, no. I
Hmm.
got you. That's just what I visualize in my head. Adrian, what about you? What do you define as winning?
I'm going back and forth with my answer because I like the way Danae broke that down, and I think I also want to add. Um, I feel people are winning when they are sure of themselves. I think a lot of times we have a lot of in life we have this plan of what we think it's supposed to be, but like it's just something about excuse me. It's just something about a person, and this is just something I've seen on social media before. But like you ever seen where they say, you can get it don't matter where you get the outfit from. If you got the swag, you got the swag kind of thing. So I
Hmm.
feel like people that are sure of themselves, like they may not have the most money, but they know how to work with what they got. They may not have the ideal marriage, but they, you know what, we both coming home. Or, we if we're dating, we're both showing up for each other. So just like knowing how to do your thing. Like I feel like we have this idea of what winning is, and like I feel like my definition and your definition will be totally different. But like for me, when people show up and really believe in themselves and who they are and things like that, that's winning to me. So it doesn't give a dollar amount on what's in your account or what kind of house you live in. But like if you can show up and like be your best self, and that's the thing that my dad preaches a lot. Just like showing up, like being who you are, like authentically you. Like I feel like if you can do that in any space, you win it. Because you'll
Yeah.
have somebody that have everything in the world and can be go in a room and become like
Hmm.
hiding and scared and all that stuff. But I feel like when you know who you are, that's my definition of winning. Like just showing up and being your
I like
best self.
that.
That's what I would say my definition for winning would be.
I like that a lot. I really think a person's perspective can make them a real winner. Even when they don't have a lot around them, but they like are so happy, or they're just so like driven to be like, I'm not gonna be here forever. Don't even trip. I ain't even finna be here 6 months from now. It's gonna look way different. And I feel
Hmm.
like that's really, really, really important. I feel like,
Yeah.
okay, so my next question is goes along with winning when it comes to resilience and grit. How do you feel about this? Because I feel like on social media, a lot of people are like have been like, I'm gonna tell God that I don't want to be one of his strongest soldiers no more. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm strong, but I don't want, but I mean, I feel like resilience and grit are something that not everybody has though, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this before we get deep in this. I'm gonna use this as my love offering. So if you see that, that that is an
Oh, I
amen.
love
Okay.
that.
Uh, you know, things just be aligned. Um, Grit. This is like the second or third time this has come up.
Oh, really?
Just this week, and it's Monday.
That's
Um,
Wow.
crazy. Happy Monday.
so having grit, like I always speak from the education world, like that was a term that everybody was using. Like, you got to teach grit, and you got to like it's not like it's something that you build in kids. It's not something that you come with. Um, and it doesn't matter. Any kid can have grit, whatever, right? And then that term was completely abandoned. Like now it is shunned for you to say like demonstrate some
Really?
grit in the education world. Yes. Like there's like a negative stigma that goes along with it that like, you shouldn't have to like overcome adversity in order to get things, right? Depends on who you are.
Mhm.
But I say that as an example because like when you talk about winning, or like Fantasia had a song, you got to lose to win, right? So
Love
you
that
have
song.
to find yourself unsuccessful doing some things in order to get whatever the desired income is. So like those losses or those like obstacles that come up, like those are the things that get you to a point where you can truly like navigate different waters, right? So if you are never presented with anything difficult, I don't know anybody that has not been presented with anything difficult, but like for some reason we always want to like eliminate all of the tough times around us, like as if
Yeah.
that's not just how life works.
For
Um,
anybody.
for everybody. But
Hmm.
I don't know what the disconnect is. Like people, adversity is just a part of it. Like literally, Jesus, it wasn't easy,
Right.
But we for some reason think that we should be exempt from that kind of adversity. So, like grit and resilience is not. It should not be um have such a negative connotation that it does, because it's just building you into the final form in life.
I think to your point, like about adversity and stuff, I think that a lot of people cannot see the bigger picture, and if they just went through something and then they like, whoo, I got over that thing, and then they into another thing, they
Mm-hmm.
only have like that that limited kind of view. Like, I just keep staying in some stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
if we go back to the root cause analysis of this, you know what I'm saying? And it sometimes it's you. I took a
Mhm.
photography class, and the teacher, shout out to Blake Martin, he said sometimes we find ourselves in situations. He said, and sometimes you got to be like, I did this. I did do this. I was
Yeah.
tripping. I was big
Mhm.
tripping on this. And now I'm here. And it's like, if you do not look at yourself really, man, it's just going to just keep happening. You'll
And
never
like
get to the root of it.
those times where you can like be honest with yourself and say like, yeah, I
Hmm.
did messed up. Like that is truly where the growth happens.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
there's like so many people who refuse to have that conversation with themselves or acknowledge it, or like, like in worst case scenarios, people in their lives because
Yeah.
of what immediately happened, and they just couldn't
Truly.
take it. They couldn't try to like, and that sounds insensitive, and I'm not in no way being like that. like, people have mental issues. But there are
Mhm.
some times where, well, most times, whatever problem people are presented with, like it's like a baby crying over spilled milk. A very small problem. Adults don't cry over spilled milk. But for a
Mhm.
child, in their perspective, that spilled
That's the
milk is
biggest
the
thing
end of
that
the
happened.
world. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that does not feel like it's anything you can get past. But if you aren't
Mhm.
tested with smaller things, it, something that's small to somebody else could be the final thing to take
Yeah.
you out, or the
Mhm.
straw that broke the camel's back.
Mhm. No, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Adrian, how do you feel about resilience and grit?
That was so much. I hate that I was last because I don't know how to come up after that. I really don't. I'm
No,
just gonna be honest because I feel like I can have like I have my take on it. And I feel like I've been faced with a don't want to say faced. I don't want to
presented.
use. I don't want to say present. Yeah, because again, like B said, some of it is some things that I had no control over, and some of it was like, maybe I shouldn't did that, or maybe I shouldn't
Mhm.
said that. You know, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's one of grit and resilience. Like when you think about it, like I saw a message I think from like Pastor Sarah Jackson. She was like and I believe it was her, and it was just like Peter didn't have a Peter. Like that's the thing we got to understand
Mm.
with life. Like it's easy to for us to say, you know, like we've all had situations with our cars, whether it was a car accident, you know, what have you.
Ooh.
But then we know, like, okay, so I'm going to blah 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 to prevent this, or you know, we've had
Yeah.
some times where the money may not have been money in, and so then we'll know, like, maybe I should do. So we know that from experience. So I feel like with that's the other side of the grit and the resilience that a lot of us don't understand is like it's something else to it. It's not just happening. And we if we get to a place where we can say, you know what, I'm gonna make it through this, I'm gonna get to the other side of this, it's a blessing. But in that process, oh baby, you don't want to. I don't care
Mm-mm.
what you say. I am upset. I'm hurt. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever the situation is. But so when you think grit and resilience, like all of this stuff that y'all said, and even like me having my thoughts that's going through where the podcast would be 5 hours long. I'm like, and then,
Ooh,
but
all
it's not
right.
I'll
I'm
drink
over
to
here.
that.
Look, I'm over
exactly.
here like, oh, this could go all night,
Yeah,
Drink
baby.
this
to
could go
that.
all night, but because I know that, but I feel like it's as we've all kind of like summarized, is like it's a matter of like getting to the other side, and it's a part of life and
Mhm,
that
I
mhm.
kind of thing.
I also think that grit and resilience doesn't mean to forget your feelings. Like I don't want people to. I think people be like, man, I'm so like resilient, or I have so much grit and I could bounce back and everything like that. That doesn't mean that you just like get rid of your feelings. You can still
Mhm.
feel your feeling. You can still do it scared and do it sad, but it's like, okay, if I stay here, then what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change if I stay here.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
don't forget your feelings when you're thinking about grit and resilience.
Don't
Mhm.
forget your feelings.
I would like to start with Adrian, brother
Uh-oh.
Adrian X.
There
Uh-oh.
you go.
Uh-oh.
Uh
Uh-oh.
celebrating small
Get him.
wins.
Get him.
How important do you think that is to winning, or how do you see small wins?
um, because I'm honest, it depends on the day. I think there's times where I can have a small win, and to me like a small win would be like I started a cleanse today, and so this morning when I was getting ready I was like, okay, so maybe tonight I should do something. So like a small win for me today was, let me put my fruit in the tray, let me iron my clothes for work, because then in the morning that gives me that much more time, you know. So to me that's a small win. But then there'll be times where I could do those things and I'll just be in a funky mood and I'll be like, that's not a small win. I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing that. Ain't nothing happening. Da, da, da. So it depends on the day. But I feel like when you look at the power of a small win, that's how you know you want to get out of your shit. Sometimes you just want to
Mhm.
stay in it. Sometimes you just want to be mad. And
Wallow.
I feel like we've all, yes. And you like, yeah, I
Wallowing.
can see the
Wrap
glass
me
half
in it.
full. No, I want to be
Me
mad.
up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to
No,
be
you're
mad.
right.
And so when we don't see the value in like a small win, I believe that at least for me, it's just like I just want to have attitude. I just want to be mad. I just want to complain that I don't have this or that whatever, that this isn't happening, whatever the thing is. So um from that, like a small win is what you make it. Because your small win and my small win are not the same. So it's so much deeper than just like what the win is necessarily, opposed to like how it plays into the bigger picture kind of thing.
Yeah. And Danae, what's your take on small wins?
A lot of times my perspective comes through the sports filter. And so like that
Okay.
term celebrating small wins is something that's used commonly in coaching, to like motivate teams or get teams out of a funk.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so the hope, like as a coach, is that if there's 5 people on the court, something small good, something good happens for one person, then that is contagious. And then the next person will, hop on the bandwagon when they see that person doing something good. And like the hope is that it just spreads, and then whatever, like that could be the chemistry that can win a game. That is something that, similar to Adrian, I do not do a great job of. I don't do a great job of uh seeing like the the beauty in something or the joy in something. uh I look at things based off the magnitude of it, right? So like a small win for me, a lot of days is like truly getting up and filling in my eyebrows. Like,
Small.
we are not playing from a level field all the time, right? So, but that, like, on a good day when I'm feeling great, is like just part of the process. And it's like,
Mhm.
no, girl, that same thing was very difficult for you to do a couple of days last week because
Mm-hmm.
you just didn't have it. And how dare you not look at that as something that should be celebrated?
Mhm.
Um, I had this is an example happened today. One of my players came into my office, and she's just always like on 100, right? So she came in, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" And she was like, "I'm just really stressed today." I'm like, "Sit down, baby." And she's like, "All these things, it's just so much going on. The deadline for applying for colleges is coming up, and I got a something about DECA project, and I got into Michigan State today." And I was like, "Wait,
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Congratulations.
let's stop and acknowledge." And she was like, "It's not Michigan. I want to go to University of Michigan." I'm like,
Mm.
"Girl, stop it!" Like,
She
and
want to
like
stay in it.
she wanted to just maybe have some sympathy for that, but I'm like,
Mm.
South suburban is where a lot of these people are getting in. Like there are people that are not going. They're not going to college. Like
Yeah.
they only dream of Michigan State. She's like,
Yeah.
She said she got a. I thought I did good on a test, and it dropped my grade 3 percentage, and I only got a 96. Wow, girl. Let's talk about prioritizing these things that you feel like are big boulders that knocked you down today, when like those are not just small wins. Those are major wins that you should be celebrating right now. So
Mhm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, your partner is not doing their part on y'all group project. I got into Michigan State today. Like that's what you need to lead with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
You got a
I'm
Picasso in
speak
your house.
right, right. Like I'm speaking as I say this, like, of course you reflect on yourself. And I'm like, I don't be doing that. So like that's just it's easier to see in other people than to see it in
Mhm.
yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
All the time. All the
yeah.
time. Now let me ask y'all a question. How do you feel like, and this is kind of switching to from winter to like just like advice and friend, but how do you like if your friend comes to you with something, how do you kind of toe the line between, okay, you've been here long enough versus I want you to feel your feelings. Like that same person, you know what I'm saying? Like you were prioritizing everything with them, but I guess how do you know when is the right time to be like, okay, no, I understand. That is kind of like that's kind of sad. I could understand that. Kind of knowing the right time when to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
some people they don't like to go to certain friends when they are feeling a little sad because they're like, I mean, that ain't nothing.
I
And that's
already
kind of
know
like
what I'm gonna get. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. Then it's like, why don't they open up to me?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
play the tape back? You were never
Yeah.
supportive. You were never
Right.
supportive.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good one. Um, you got an answer, Adrian?
I think uh, something with that, with one of the last books that I was listening to, Emotional Intelligence, and it talks about like timing with situations. Like it
Mm,
always goes back to like your self-awareness and then like your
yeah.
relationship management. So like if somebody come to you with the situation, is this the best time for me to tell you that yeah, you've been in this place for a long time, or is this the best time for me to maybe listen to you?
Right.
And if nothing else, just listen to you. And if you feel something else, like that example you gave with the lady that did the play or whatever, um,
Yeah.
like maybe right now I don't need to tell you that, you know what, yeah, you do be messing this is, no, maybe
Mhm. Mhm.
read the room. Read the
Yeah.
room, because the same way that you want to dish out the, like, you got to be willing to take it. And 10 times out of 10 we don't be wanting to. We
Hmm.
can
Yeah,
dish it.
that's what I was gonna say. Like I'm sorry, and
No,
we
no, no,
could
go
go
ahead.
back. Like the ability to put yourself in other people's space
Mm-hmm.
is like that's self-awareness, but also like awareness for other people. So
Mm-hmm.
like if
Hmm.
you can't imagine yourself roles being reversed, what would you want somebody to do for you? Would you want them to come at you like, girl, now enough is enough,
Right.
or
Right.
just
Right. I
just be
just came to you
quiet?
5 minutes ago.
Right. Never been able to come to you. But yeah, like you have to know the person, you have to have the relationship with the person enough to know
Yeah.
how they will receive things, but also like that there's relationship and then there's love, right? So like when you love somebody, whatever, in whatever case, like you want the best for them. So like you don't want them to stay in this place long. So
That's
you
true.
are gonna be a different kind of resource to them, not just somebody that's like, oh, I'm gonna just sit over here and watch the train crash. Like, no, now it's time for you to. eh, My delivery might be just like, okay, you've been down a few days now. It's time to pick it on back up now. Like that's that's a way that I would say it. Like obviously in a joking way, but or like depending on the context of the situation, but you only get there by being able to think about what you would want somebody to do for you if
Mm-hmm.
you were in that same spot.
Yeah, and that's literally the definition of empathy. Being able
Mhm.
to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and care about
Mm.
somebody else before because that is like sometimes more important than like what they need to hear right at this moment. Going back to like
Mhm.
timing is so important, man.
Mhm.
Timing, oof, timing and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, and I didn't get to answer, but small wins, celebrating small wins is like that's so important, and it's a good training mechanism to seeing bigger wins. Because if you don't see
Mhm.
them while they're small,
Yep.
a big opportunity can come and you're like, oh, this sounds horrible. They want me to do this and that. And it's like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like,
Mhm.
what's
Mhm.
not clicking, Steven? I need
Yeah.
some money. But yeah. Celebrate the small wins. Can really help you. I remember I was working a job. I was working in a call center. I absolutely hated it. I wanted to get out after a year. and I stayed like another year and 4 months. Oh my God, that second year was so horrible. But what I did like is the train ride. I appreciate that. I catch some OZs. I catch up on my shows. I did like being able to like go out for lunch, or like, you know what I'm saying? Some people here that, I wouldn't have met had they not been here. You know what I'm saying? Some coworkers, y'all hate it together, and that's what you bond over. Like job hate. I hate this job. Me too. It's like, what you gonna do? Nothing. I mean, we gonna be here. Like, I'll see you at 7 tomorrow. Like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, small wins is really, really important.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to give you. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
But small wins too, because it's about being able to see somebody's small win also. You don't have to be the one that experienced the small win, but your small win might be motivation for somebody near you, but for it to like give them hope that like something could be coming for them.
Yeah, because sometimes they can't see it. Sometimes people can't see it at all.
Selflessness.
Yeah, that's really good. I would like to ask this question. I think our moral compass is pretty straight, but so balancing winning and ethics. Have you all ever had a time where it was like, I'll go win. This ain't really that ethical, though. But I mean, and if you don't have an example, I have an example.
Is the statute of limitations up?
Don't say anything to incriminate yourself.
Right.
My sister, this is not Vlad. This is not be lad.
Ooh, right. You go ahead with your words.
I was gonna say, what's the example? What's the example?
So my wife is in real estate, and there are a lot of people who, it's this thing called wholesaling. Once I really understood it, I didn't really like it, because it is really in a really, really, really gray area when it comes to buying real estate, because they don't have the money, and they say, it's like, oh yeah, you had the money to buy this house. Oh no, well, I have a contract. And so like they're like the middleman, and people have made money, and it's just really gray. But it's also another thing of like when people buy taxes. So like if somebody's behind on their taxes, they could buy them from like the county, and now the person that bought the taxes for like $3,000, $5,000, they own the house, and it's legal, but I just feel like it's really morally wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh yeah, so they just show up to the door and like, oh yeah, we own this house, so you could just pay us rent, and they just bought the house from up under somebody, all because they couldn't pay taxes. And so I just feel like if somebody wins like that, it's not really ethical, and I'm kind of looking at you sideways a little bit, like it's a little too gray for me. I have a conscience, you know what I'm saying? Like so that's one of the ways I would not want to win. I just feel like it's plenty other ways, but some people cannot win with integrity. They just cannot. They can only cheat. They can only get through like a loophole. They can only get it. They only live in the gray area. It's never black and white with them. You can never get a straight answer out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. That is okay. I am so win at all costs. Not great. Obviously, like I would not.
Yeah.
I think just like you said, generally like a solid moral compass where I'm not straying too far from center. Like, and we are of the scamming era. And so, of course, you get presented with opportunities like what they say, what they be saying on social media when they want you to check it out.
Oh yeah, don't check it out.
No, not that check it out. You know, like on social media when people are cracking cards, like
yeah.
What do they say? They always say
tap
something
in.
like tap in, tap
in, my boy. Tap in. Yeah,
we are of the like The tap in era,
Don't
right?
tell me to tap in. Get out of my face.
We are maybe the ones a little bit younger. They really like they hit licks off of it, but that we've been presented with opportunities to like change social CPNs and all of that stuff. But I think that we also are well informed, well researched, well like I'm not getting a PPP.
Yeah.
You know, like that is allocated age. If ever
yourself, my sister.
I just
More for
can't.
the daycare service and taxes.
And chicken wings.
I just can't step over the line. I
Slim
can
thick
come
pizza,
close to
too.
the line. I
Yeah.
just can't step over the line in that way because it would eat me up on the inside to know that I am living off somebody's inheritance, or you know, like something like that's not.
Yeah.
That wouldn't present a good life for me.
A 37-year-old teacher, Danae, has been
right.
She ain't do nothing.
Has been cracking. She's been tapping
When you say
in.
exactly, that means you made a point. And
She's been quote unquote tapping in.
She's been tapping in.
John, do you know what that means? Adrian, how do you feel about moral compass and ethics and winning? And
I just want to be able to go to sleep at night.
there you go.
I don't want to have to, you know what I mean? Because like it's so much that goes into that when you try like at winning at any cost. Like,
Ooh, that's how you get Diddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you. That's just not my jam. I don't want to have to worry about the police. I don't want to have to worry about somebody like I don't know beating me up. Do people? Don't hit me.
I'm snitching, okay?
I mean, it was Brenda Letitia.
Brian Heaven.
I am tough.
Sir, it was Lil Ron from 76th Street. 76th Racine. I know him.
But I also feel like with us and like have lived through experiences and stuff like that, we know that from things that has gone south. Whereas
it can go bad really quickly.
It can, but then you figure you get quickly. Some people that just don't think about it going bad. They just think about doing it.
I was about to say we are also people who don't like. You can't just like dip your toe in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in it. You got to be like from.
That's why I don't sports bet.
Oh yeah,
you step my toe in. I know myself. Y'all got any more of them credits? No.
And especially you really know sports like for real. So, but you say no, thank you.
Nah, I wouldn't touch it. Not with a 10-foot ball.
Yeah, that's knowing yourself. And knowing yourself is wisdom, but it's also winning too. I'm not even about to put myself in that situation for it to go bad. Not even a little bit. Because you know what? I love to live by words of wisdom and quotes and stuff. They say a smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. I don't have to go through it to be like, that's not, I
saw that and I don't like it.
Let
me go over here.
Let me go over here. That don't got nothing to do with me. And actually, if they see me over here, it's like, bro, you know, you're not even. Come on now.
We went to me and my sister a couple years ago. We went to it's a gas station across from Thorn Ridge, and we were just on some silly stuff. Like we knew they had chips with cheese, so me and my sister go in there, and this man was like, "What? Why y'all in?" Literally never seen this man before in our life. He was like, "Why y'all in here?" And we was like, "Oh, we just come to get some shit." He was like, "Don't come back here."
Why?
He was like, "That that gas station is super crazy." And he literally saw us walking and doing like it was like we had a sign over our head. He was like,
"Not supposed to be here. Not supposed to be."
I'm digging through my bag trying to get a wallet, and he like, y'all listen,
get out of here before y'all get robbed.
You got change for 100? No.
excuse me, do y'all take American Express? Like, yeah, we do.
Pumpkin head special. Mink, mink.
No, but
Yeah.
he saw it on you. That's
He
light.
saw it.
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah, he
Dorian got a
saw a
car. We was
glow.
like, so we like to this day. I don't care if my gas light is on. I'm not gonna go
I'm
there.
not doing it.
I'm
Not
never
doing
going
it.
there. He told me don't do it, and I ain't doing it.
That's
I'm not
funny.
doing it.
One of my coworkers happened to need to come to the South Side for something that his kid was doing. And he was like, yeah, stop at the gas station right on. It was like on the low end. And I was like, you got gas out here? Like, what? I never get gas out here because of the glow. I know I ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Uh-uh,
How did you
I'm
get
not.
here? You're not
Mm-mm.
supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I
That's
I
funny.
had a different outlook when I was in my Uber Eats bag. When I was the Uber Eats during my Uber Eats career, I realized, like, you know what?
Uh,
Some stuff you just don't do, but then some stuff
yeah.
it just be like, it's not
Yeah.
that bad. It's not that
I
bad.
mean, there is nothing wrong with being too good for some stuff.
Oh, you know
I
we
am
always
too
said we
good
don't
for
think
this.
we don't think we better than nobody, but
But what I ain't gonna do is this. Yeah.
I'm too good for this.
I'm
I like
too
that.
good.
I deserve better. I love to say that. I deserve better. I deserve better. So
It's funny. I got my last point,
This
and
is good.
I like this. I
oh,
like
thank you.
this. So it's in talking about winning, the role of mentorship. How important is that to you?
Yeah. If you can't see somebody do it, like again, back
Mhm.
to being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Like if when there are no examples of it, it's harder, not
Yeah.
unachievable, but it's harder to find yourself where you're trying to go, right?
Yeah.
So you always want to be patenting yourself after somebody or following somebody's footsteps. So like being able to be in relationship with that person is even better, right?
Mhm.
Of being able to get advice from that person about real life situations. Um, I am in need of a solid mentor in education and in sports and in basketball, like in a lot of different ways in my life.
Right.
In my life, what you mean a
Yeah,
lot of different.
in my life, a life coach is what I need actually.
There we go.
Uh, but yeah, I definitely see the value in it, and I think that people are better off when they have mentors or just confide people they can confide in, just in the workspace or like bounce things off of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Adrian, what about you?
I definitely think mentorship is very important. That regard whether it's professionally or personal, whatever it is, like I feel like you be needing somebody. Like
Mhm.
you can't do this by yourself. Like some things, there's some stuff that is not even super complicated, but you don't know what you don't know. And I think it's just a matter like when you have that person like that you one feel safe with, and then two that can give you the direction or like another way of thinking about something. Like I think that's amazing. Like I feel like everybody needs a mentor. The mentor, like
Mhm.
even how your therapist have a therapist, like
Mhm.
I feel like we all need mentors, and the same way we need them, we can also be a mentor to people, and we may not think that we have what it takes, but like we've gone through some things and grown through some things, and like we gotta realize that just like you need somebody, somebody needs you. So I am all about mentorship. I am, and I'm taking applications because
Mhm.
it be needed. It be just to, not even that stuff has to be wrong, but just to get understanding. Because essentially, I've never been in this place in my life. You know what I mean? Like I've never
Mhm.
been this age. I've never gone like so. I need to know like do it get better, or am I kind of screwed? Like,
Have I reached the peak and I just need to make this
listen,
work?
because let me tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Adrian is all about. I see the value in mentorship for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I think mentorship is really, 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 really important because they can see things that you haven't even. They crossed it 20 times. You haven't even been there once. And you're like, man, I got
Right.
this great idea. I got this. You know what I'm saying? And it's also, you don't want somebody who is just going to shoot down everything, but they'll let you know, like, okay, I love your enthusiasm and I love how excited you are about this thing. But if
Mhm.
we could reframe this and think about it this way, because I see if you continue along this path, you're going to burn out
Yeah.
quickly. You're not even going to want to do this anymore. So I want to like kind of save you from yourself, you know.
Mhm.
And being, I think another thing that's like a common thread or a common denominator amongst winners is being teachable and just learning. You know,
Mhm.
it's like never too good to learn from somebody. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
I done did all of this, but when they get into a room with somebody with more knowledge, it's like they're just listening. I just love to see that. Just somebody just listening, like just taking it
Mhm.
all in. You know, I really
Yep.
love to listen. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think
So
with that to listening too, we don't realize how difficult it can be to listen because a lot of times we listen and like soon somebody says something we want to go but like if you listen and hear all the way through, like that takes like a lot out of a person, at least for me anyway, because like I'll be and I even catch myself in conversation if I say something, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not listening to hear you, I'm listening to respond, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
continue. Like I'll say that because I think that's now that I'm learning more about just the whole emotional intelligence thing, I'm like, ooh, I do that a lot, or
Mhm.
so that kind of thing. So with like
Guilty.
you said, B, we're going into a room and listening like that. It's so much power in that, but that's not something people want to face because if you listening and you hearing something that you may not agree with and you want to respond, that's eating you up on the inside. Because if you tell me 1 + 1 = 4, and I'm sitting there like, no, but I'm not listening to your whole story. I'm already
It went right over my head.
yeah. So
You could have been like, and that's how we cure cancer. Huh? I'm still stuck on what you said way back
Wait,
then. This man got
what
the
happened
answer.
from 1976 to 1982? What I missed that part right there. I missed that
what was
part.
your name again?
I was
Sir,
stuck on
you
some
should
other
leave
stuff.
now.
Listen,
You need to leave.
you
I
You
I think that like I have come across some photographers with like less experience than me, and I'm not even like, you know what I'm saying? I have people that I look up to and everything like that, and I
but
just
you
see
are,
them
first
like,
of all. You are. Let's start
what
this.
happened? I'm sorry.
You are.
I'm sorry.
You
Then I
I'm
missed.
not even, and I purposely stopped
Well,
this.
thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
not
that.
even. You are. You are.
Mhm.
Have you
I
seen you talk
appreciate
about
that.
a lens, my brother?
Then we didn't even get into focal
I'll
lengths
be like,
anyway.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
But Brian is a tech guru.
I
He
am.
know all
literally.
of it. Like,
I am.
so if I don't care if it's a light bulb. Hey Brian. Can
Same,
you tell me?
same. I need a new computer. What do I buy?
Could you influence me on this influencer?
Right.
I'm a local
Yeah,
influencer.
for
But
Yes, you are.
I've seen people and they just like, you just trying to be the man. Shut
Mhm.
up. Just listen. You
Mhm.
know, to people to man. So yeah, listening is a skill. I didn't understand
Mhm.
that when we were in school and they teachers would say that. But it
Mhm.
is a skill though.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but
Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
listening.
And everybody has not mastered
Develop,
that basic
yeah.
skill. Yeah.
That's a very basic skill. If we just
Mhm.
listen, you will
Mhm.
learn so much, especially by
Yeah.
a person that talk a lot. If you just
Mhm.
listen, it's
They
going to
tell on
reveal
themselves.
itself. It's going to
Yeah.
reveal
Uh-huh.
itself. It-
Yeah. So
I don't
no.
want to go into that, but anyway, yes, it will.
Mhm.
It'll reveal
Step
itself.
right out of that. Step out
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be 5 o'clock, and when I'm like, I gotta go to work. Did y'all mama used to ever say, take the cotton out your ears and put it in your mouth and just listen?
No,
No.
she
My
didn't say
mama,
that to me.
maybe that's something on my family. My mom
No.
and my auntie, my grandma, everybody. If you take the cotton out your ears and put it in your mouth and just listen, you'll know. Blah 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 blah. So that was a thing in my family for sure.
I did hear if you knew that algebra like you know that BET.
Oh
Now you
yeah.
If you
singing
like
them
you
songs.
like you
You singing them
you're right.
songs.
I
Like you
told
know that
to
Rap
Zoe
City.
today.
If you knew that geometry like you know that game up there,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mine
PS
was more of
Nintendo.
a, that's your problem. You think you are always talking. You ain't never listening. You always talking.
Oh, always talking, never listening. Dang.
That's
I
your
hate when we
problem.
have these types of discussions on the pod. I really do, because the next day I'm always like, oh, we talked about. Okay, this is like it always replays, but I mean, ultimately it's a good thing. But like
It is.
in the moment, I'll be like, oh, like it was stuff last week that we talked about, and I was like, I gave both of y'all the finger because I was like, I don't care what they say.
Said, this is
What do
stupid,
they know? They don't know.
Right.
Look,
Why
they
we
don't
even
know
do
me.
this?
No, it's working. It's working. This is
Yeah.
therapy. I learned a lot. I learned a
Yeah.
lot from the conversations. I learned from y'all perspectives.
Mhm.
And that's the point, right?
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you've listened to this podcast this long, you are a winner.
You are a winner.
You
get
are
a gold
somebody.
star. A
Yeah.
gold
The chicken
star.
dinner.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to put up a 5 or 6 point star. That's crazy. Don't put that
You
up.
shot the BB gun. Okay. You shot the BB gun.
Whoa. What is happening? That took a
You
I
turn.
do
remember.
not eat tomato sauce.
I remember when I was we was in high school. I think we was sophomores or something. And the gang members, I was like, wow, you guys know so much about gangs. Wow.
Mhm.
It's 5 point stars, it's 6 point stars,
I
y'all
mean,
stacking. It's how do you do all of that with your hands? Wow, it's a lot going
that's the
on.
thing. If they channel that towards something, you end up with Jay-Z. You know,
Oh, you
Yeah.
that's
sound
what
like a
you.
teacher. Did you ever tell a kid I got my diploma already? Did you ever tell
I
a kid
got
that?
mine. You better get yours.
You working on
No,
yours.
I ain't never.
My
I
mama
ain't never
told
said
kids that.
that.
She said, I don't need this. I don't need it. All right, got it.
No, I
2
was
of them.
one. I was one when I was working in the hood. I tell them, y'all, you think I care about this job? I don't care about this job. I will lose my job.
Damn.
I will lose my job. Blankety blank.
Like
You.
blank.
I don't care about this job. You have to make them think you crazy. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
That's how
Because I
they
can't. I needed that job. Okay. I don't know what I would have did without that job.
You think I
In
need
fact,
this
I'm
job on
coming
the
in
inside?
early.
It's like, girl,
Right.
you better not quit. What's wrong with you? You better stop playing. They gonna pull your card.
Ooh, they gonna pull your card one of these days.
But I was on TikTok and they was talking about these YNs, the young niggas, and they was like, we don't need to be scared of them. Okay. We don't need to be scared of them. We need to influence them to you because they're not scared of anything. They're not scared of anything, but we need to influence them to channel that another way. You know what I'm saying? That's
Them
that's
niggas
literally
don't even get hot. They just always in a hoodie.
well,
Like,
under the hoodie is an AC unit. I've seen it. They got a remote and everything. I've seen it.
It blows up.
Yeah, Nike
right up the chest.
Yeah, they sell it and it go
For
under.
real.
That's yeah. But that's revolutionaries though. Revolutionaries not scared. They like we. Yeah, I remember
these kids are different.
they are
Go
different.
ahead, sorry.
They are different. It was a civil rights movie I was watching or something like that, and they was marching, but this was at night. They was like on that, and I think it was like Medgar Evers, and I don't know, I don't want to mix it up, but he was basically like, all the scared niggas is dead in Mississippi. Ain't no scared niggas over here.
Oh man, I would have been like, well, let me head on down to Mississippi.
All right,
That's my cue.
later.
Got to go, my brother.
I ain't built
It's
for
been
that.
beautiful. It's been beautiful.
No.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, ain't no scared niggas here. They back in Mississippi,
Alright.
they dead. I was like, wow, that is woo.
I'm gonna excuse myself.
He's the head of the YNs back
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
And so that's the new YN.
Yeah.
It's a little
Vigor
mega ever
and
somewhere
passion.
around there. Yeah.
Truly though.
They will kill you.
Yeah.
They will kill
they was
you.
on that.
And
Yeah,
steal
they was
your
on that.
car.
That's like Malcolm X, 3.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
But in the beginning,
Classic.
Detroit Red, he didn't care about nothing. He didn't care about nothing. Getting his hair processed, white women, booze, gambling. That's what he cared about.
Yeah.
And it took him
he
sitting down
became-
to, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was our episode on winning, guys. I don't know exactly how we got here, but that was our episode on winning.
Because it goes back to... No, I'm just kidding.
Knick, knack, paddywhack. Give a dog bomb.
All right, y'all. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Take us out, Nay.
Oh, hey. Life be dumb. Right? You gotta balance all this. Talk about grit. I don't want to have grit. But
you don't want to have grit, but you want to have grit.
I just
at the end of the day,
all I want to do is win. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be actually decent. I are too.
Win.
Oh. win. That's a throwback. That's a throwback from Lucia. All right. But actually decent. We out.
Yes. See y'all next episode. Bye.